Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kabile, or you can call me Swazi, whichever one you prefer. Okay, and today's video is a story time. So I'm laughing because yeah, I thought I'd just take this opportunity just to share this with you guys. Okay, and today's story time is how I have failed my license 3 times. Actually, 4. Now that I think about it, yeah, this is how I failed my license 3 or 4 times. But this is back when I was still in SA. So one thing about me, child, is that I do not fail in a lot of things, or I'd consider myself not to fail in a lot of things. But when I do fail at something, I, yeah, it can either go this way or it can go this way. And I think my license journey has been one of the most trying journeys for me, because it proved to me, like, you know, when you go from high school, you go to uni, and then yeah, like your first steps of adulting, those first steps after high school, you're like, yeah, uni, and then yeah, let me get my license, let me get my car and get that. For me, it showed me, it humbled me in a way to see Uguti. Not everything will work the way you want it to. You may get certain aspects of life right, but there's some aspects that just the teka. No matter how much you like, okay. So basically, my initial plan, yeah, let's call it a plan. My plan was that, you know what, I'm in uni, and my friends were doing them anyway. Also they were doing their drivers, whatever. So I was like, yeah, Nami, let me do it, because let me just do it and get out of the way, because I want to buy a car as soon as I can. At that time, moving overseas was not even in the cards or anything of the sort. It was just purely because I need to know how to get around. Okay, so I did my learners, and to be honest with you, I did my learners twice, not because I failed it, but it expired. So back in South Africa, there's a system. It's not like the UK. You have to do your learners test, where you basically just read all the rules of the road. You go write your theory test, and then you pass that. Once you've passed that, that's your rights for you to be able to practice on the roads and prepare for your practical test. Once you pass your practical test, then you're a qualified driver. But your practical test is broken down into 2 parts, where it's the what do you call this now? My brain's just freezing. Anyway, your practical test is broken down into 2 things, where you need to know the basics of the car, and you need to be able to know how to park. There's different types of parking. It might differ in other countries, but in SA, you need to be able to do 3-point turn, which is 360 turning, but you need to do 3 maneuvers for you to turn completely. And then parallel parking, which is sideway parkings, or parking on a curb. And then you need to do early docking. I know I've heard in the UK they don't call it the early docking, but early docking, I don't know how to explain it any better, but it's when you are trying to park into a space where, okay, let me just try demonstrate with this. So this is the parking space. It's either you are coming this way into the space, or coming from this side into the space, but one way or the other, you're gonna have to reverse or go forward into the space. I hope it made sense, but anyway, I don't know how to explain it any further, but those are the 3 maneuvers, and you need to do all 3 of them. And then there's a steep hill starts, where you have to know how to balance your car so that it doesn't backtrack when you are moving forward. So it has to go up first time around if you've balanced your accelerator and your but what do they call this? Your clutch and accelerator. Yeah. So Yeah, I me because I was like, you know what, I don't have time for this. I did my learners, passed it first time, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a few lessons on. Oh yeah, so this was still, I think 2014, 2014, and I went to this driving school. I was back in my hometown in Stengham, found a driving school, and hey, but guys, the first instructor that I got was a guy. Haibo, guys, you know when someone is teaching you, like they don't even teach you, they are literally shouting at you. I had to go back to the owner. I was like, no, I can't do this. You can't say you are teaching me how to drive, but you are shouting at me all the way through. Like, I'm still a learner. I'm learning how to drive. With you, you adding unnecessary pressure on me, like by shouting at me. Literally, that guy would shout at you throughout. Haibo, what did I do to you? Are you having life problems? Like, what's going on? And also, I'm not the contributor of those problems. I'm just here to drive, and you're just here to teach me, like show me. Yo, guys, that guy. I think I went on like 2 lessons with him, and I was like, no, thank you very much, sir. Can I change instructors? Let me get someone that actually can teach you how to drive. And then I got this nice oak, this other Indian oak. He was very old, but yeah, he could teach. And because what I did, the first mistake that I did with that one was that I went to book. I went to book first. I went to book for my practical test before learning how to drive. And then by the time the test came, like I was okay on the road. I could drive on the road, but when it came to the parkings, and the parkings you start with. So if you fail the parking things and the test yard, then you can't go out. Batum. I went there, and ish, I knew for it. I think I did the first poll, and then after that, I couldn't get into the early docking, and then that's how I failed the first time around. And then okay, I was like, okay, fine. It happened. It happened. I mean, where to? It is what it is. Then went back to uni, and then now there's a driving school at campus, so I enrolled in that driving school. And then I was driving. That guy knew how to, like, he was very patient, very, very patient and gentle. I was even driving on the freeway. The freeway is the motorway. So I was driving there, like literally in high peak traffic. I would be driving there on hill starts. That would be me. Like, I was confident. I knew what I was doing, and they have a system back at home which I don't necessarily agree with, but they teach you to drive. Like, I think it's the easiest way for them to explain how to drive to you, but in terms of like the parking parts of it, they're gonna landmark your turning points. Ne? Once you've gone this far, then you need to turn. Once you've reached this, then you need to turn. Or yeah, that sort of teaching, which worked. I mean, I was good in parking now. I was able to park and all of that. But, and my hill starts, I never had issues, Shem. So I went to go to Verulam, booked there, and I was doing code 8, mind you. Yeah, I forgot to mention that part. Code 8. So I went to Verulam, which is another struggle if you're trying to book your license, your practical test, because it's packed there, and if you don't work hard, you're gonna be at the back of the queue, and you're gonna spend the whole day trying to book a slot. So anyway, did that whole process. So the driving school I was with was quite because on the day of booking for the practical test, they took us at 5 a.m. We were there already. We were on the queue. As soon as they opened, went in, did our thing, booked, and ready to go. So went in on the test day. Also, we came in early. You need to know your car, you need to know everything on the car, and yeah, you do a car inspection before you get on it. So I did that, got on. So the testing ground that I was on, you start with the hill starts. I did that, perfect. I went into the poles. I did the 3-point turn first. Yeah, I remember I did it well, good. And then did I do parallel parking second? Yeah, I think I did parallel parking. Yeah, and then after that, I did early docking. That's where things started to take a turn. So this is what I meant with the landmark things, ne? Because I had practiced in my head, Uguti, after this many turns, I need to turn this way. After this many turns, I need to turn this way. So when I got to the early docking part, here, the poles, the thingy, the bay, the parking bay is wider than where I had practiced on. Huh? I tried. Okay, I managed to get the car in for one side because you have to do left and right side. So on the left side, I managed to get it in, and then I went to the right side. Now, right? Yo, the car doesn't want to go in. Like literally, I can see that I'm gonna hit a pole, and because me in my head, I'm working with what I practiced. So I'm like, it's not coming. I can see I'm gonna hit a pole, and then the the inspector gave me a second chance. I came backwards, and then I still same thing happened, and I'm like, I'm doing everything I was told to do, so I don't know what's wrong. That's how I failed. Okay, fine. Being me, I was like, you know what? I'm not wasting time. Let me go book again. I booked again for the following week to come back again. Hey guys, this story. Okay, I booked again, came back. Monday, I knew where my fault was. It was the wider poles. So I went back. I mastered that. I mastered. I was like, yeah, good. I went back to the same testing ground, did everything perfect, went to the early docking last, and funny enough, I got the same same inspector. Hi, we did everything. I did the left, I did the right. Yay! Guys, this was me. I was so excited. I'm like, yes, I got this. I need to, they're not meant to tell you, the inspector is not meant to say anything to you. So this is me, guys. This is me being all excited. You know what? Finally, I made it into this pole and I'm reversing. Now I'm not looking at the mirror, at the rear view mirror. Is this not me driving straight towards the back of the pole? I had the instructor literally saying when I hit the pole, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Because you in now. Why didn't you stop? Why are you not stopping? And I was just like, wow. So that's how I felt my second time. I hit the pole. Like I did everything right, and well, obviously not right because I didn't stop now. And I hit the pole. And that was probably due to my excitement because I was like, wow, okay, now I made it. Like I could see myself with, okay, I'm passing this thing. Can't. I failed. Silly mistake, I know, right? And I was like, okay, I'm not giving up. I know where I went wrong. Mina, I know how to drive. I went in. My mistake was that I hit the pole. I didn't stop. So it's not like I can't drive. I went back again. I was like, I'm booking for the next week. I booked again. Mind you, these things are expensive. It's not like you doing this for free. You have to pay every time you go for a test. You have to pay for the vehicle. And yeah. And Mina, when I was doing that, I did not bribe because in South Africa, bribing is a thing. So I didn't bribe. I just was doing it out of my own chest. Yeah, Mina, I can do this. Fine, I booked again. This time I get a different instructor. A different inspector, I mean. And I do everything right, you know, because I knew where I failed the previous week. So I'm coming back again to correct my mistakes. I went. I did my early docking, did everything. Hey guys. Hey, I did everything this time. I did everything on the yacht test. I guess this is my first time. The other two times I've been failing on the yacht test without going to the road. This is the first time now going to the road. The one thing that you need to do after you've passed your yacht test, do not forget, this is a lifetime lesson now. You need to tell your inspector to put on their seat belt, and then you put on your seat belt, and then you guys drive out into the road. Saved. Okay, Mina, what does she do? She's excited to know she's passed now. She's going out. I don't know. You know, I shouldn't get too excited because I just mess things up when I'm too excited. Anyways, I go onto the road. I forget that step. We go out, and it was in the morning. We go out, and you know, me being excited, it's okay. I can finally see this is happening. This is happening. Like, I'm getting it today. Like, I'm out. Like, I haven't been successful to get as far as this. Once I'm outside I know once I'm on the road, things are easy. It's not like it's rocket science. You just need to know how to stop, start, make sure your car, I know that. I know this. I've got this. Can't. Whilst we're on the road, the instructor remembers, it's like, you don't have your seatbelt on. Did you, guys, as soon as he said that, my heart sank. When you feel like everything's going well, my heart sank and I panicked. And I'm just like, oh, ma. I'm just like, oh, ma. And also, mind you, I didn't bribe. So I knew very well, would say, it might mean something else. It might mean I'm failing my test. Yeah. Now, in all my panic and fear, I lose concentration. And I think we were at a stop. The car switches off. Now I have to restart the car. Now whilst I'm restarting the car, I can feel things are shaky. I'm just like, you know what? Okay, fine. I put the seatbelt on. I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't know. I literally didn't know what I was doing. The car thingy again. Switched off again. I switched it back on. And then, hey, it switched back on. And then it just did this. And then, once that happens, I was like, yeah. And then he was like, yeah, you just pull over. Just there. I didn't get that far. Just pull over, just there. That was us pulling over, and that was the end. And that was my heartbreak story. Yeah. And after that, I was just like, you know what? I need a break. I can't. I don't want to do this anymore. And then eventually the time came for me to come to the side without me having done my license, which is why I still don't have a license to this day. And that's how I failed 4 times. Currently in the process of doing my license again. Wish me luck. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, it teaches you that not everything goes your way, and I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, don't give up, guys. I know not everything is meant to go our way, but I'm literally hoping that this time around it works out in my favor, because I'm so over trying to get my license. I feel like I should have gotten it a long time ago, and I don't know. Or maybe it's just the universe trying to protect myself from something, because if I had a license at this point, maybe I would have tried to get a car, or I would have tried to whatever. But yeah, I can drive, I just don't have a license. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling. Thanks you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of the week, or however you are watching in the morning or afternoon, or whatever. Have a lovely day. Thank you so much. Bye.